On the ground, up the middle, second base, glove flip, Martinez, and a big collision in the middle infield. Rocchio held on, Torres got drilled, and we hope everybody's all right down there. My goodness, but Gleyber Torres got popped by Rocchio coming across on the glove flip from Martinez.
It's like an elbow straight to the head.
Inning over. Yikes.
One zipped into the hole. That's going to be a base hit for Mason Wynn. But like any young player, you're major league. Oh, that's not good. Rolling his ankle here. Arias is down, Tom. That's going to be a problem.
Oh, no. Arias has been so solid at short, and that ball that shot through the gap, you could see Ramirez not be able to reach it. Good effort by Arias, but I don't know if you want to watch that too many times if you have a queasy stomach. And he is not moving.
Oh, he caught that heel right and then rolled right over the top of it.
They may have to get the cart and put him on a cart and not have him even attempt to walk off. We'll see. Here indeed comes the cart, and that gives you an indication of the severity or the potential severity of this injury. You're not taking any chances.
As an all-star. And now an all-star swing, but right back to Senga. He throws it away. Indians take it up at third. Oh, no. Had some contact, it looked like, with Ronnie Mauricio, the Mets third baseman. And Vance Wilson is asking for his business in the trainer. And Indy is holding his hand. Garcia ripped it right back up the middle. Senga was ready for it. Ooh.
Yeah,
that's a cleat right to the wrist.
Yeah.
A high fly ball out toward shallow left field. And Edmundo and Marsh collide. The ball pops out of the glove.
Going back. There you go. I don't know. They might want to look at that because I think Edmundo had that for a long time, but man, he got his back.
Yeah, he's down in a lot of pain. Paul Buchheit comes running out. The umpires are going to talk about it.
But who cares? Let's just hope Edmundo's all right.
Yeah,
we
always talk about the size of Marsh and how big he is, like a linebacker. Edmundo's not a...
Ball, one strike on Albies. Rounded sharply up the middle. Moore couldn't reach it with a dive, and he might have gotten hurt.
I wonder if that shoulder, he jammed it when he dove for it.
And it might be the wrist as well. It seemed like that wrist, it kind of seemed like he was over the lip of the grass. And he might have jammed that wrist. He's in pretty bad pain either way. And Christian Moore seems to have some concern about his left wrist or maybe the left thumb. Yeah, I don't think it feels really good. He's going to come out. So Kevin Newman will take over at second base here.
Right back off Berger, and he stays with it, fires to first. It's late. But that one hit him hard.
I think it might have gotten in the arm.
103.3, the exit velocity.
Happened so quickly. In the hip? In the glove hand, Don? Was it
looked a little higher, I thought maybe. I thought it might have been above the belt. We'll see. Yeah, he might be on the arm too. And he looks like he's going to be leaving this game.
Yeah, it looks like it may have gotten his wrist area, forearm area. Oh, that stinks.
So now the tying run out at second base for the former Drake Baldwin, and here is Harris. Oh, comes up and hits him at 95.
That one stung a little bit for Michael. He's feeling the pain right now, and always scary too when you get one up and in like that. I wondered about, would you maybe pinch hit Sean Murphy there? Maybe it's a little bit too early to make it happen, but you know Michael's in some pain, and it's the two-seamer, so it's running in on you.
Good thing is it did hit that guard.
On the go again. Oh boy.
Got hit with a curveball from Vassell, and he's kind of limping his way up the first base line. You know the last thing he wants to do is come out of this game, and the last thing Torey Lovullo wants to see is have to go to his bench, which is pretty much down to one guy, Tim Tawa.
Ildemaro Vargas, hit by a pitch in the right foot, has had to leave the game. Tim Tawa, the new third baseman. Andrew Benintendi leads it all.
Second and third, one out, a run in. Maldonado grounds one softly towards third. House is coming home. Bogarts will be out. And hopefully didn't
Hurt himself on the slide. Went in head first and is out number 2.
Lifted, shallow right. Fraley coming on. McLean going out. Fraley extends, lost the ball. Bellinger again never broke stride. That's shades of his double in the 3rd inning. Fraley with a lot of effort trying to make the play and just missed.
It's just a really tough play for the outfielder because Cody Bellinger takes the big swing. And your initial thought is this ball is not going to be hit just behind second base. A great effort by Jake Fraley, but not able to hold on.
So now a man on for Judge, who has homered, fly to deep center.
They're coming out to take a look at Thornton. He had to practically take a seat there behind the mound for a second. You can understand why. I think we all know what this is about.
It is HOT1.
And now one of the EMTs is coming out. Second time we have seen him today. And now Trent needs some help off the field. And he earns a very well-deserved round of applause from this crowd.
Ball and a strike to LeMahieu. Of course, he pulls the base hit. Cowser's up with it. They're going to try it with Jazz. Throw. Oh, a collision at the plate. Handley got knocked out. He had to come up the line to field the throw, which was not quite on line. And now the training staff's going to come out and attend to the Baltimore catcher. Baltimore, again, thin at the catching department with Adley Rutschman on the IL.
Another hit Diamondback batter. And he's holding his hand.
We're going to have to start handing out those hand pads to a bunch of the guys on this ball club.
He is in obvious discomfort. Max Esposito, the athletic trainer. Here's a look.
That's a 96-mile-an-hour heater. That ball just kind of ran. It kept running in on Suarez.
Looks like the right hand. Gino is down on one knee. And you could not have picked a worse time for this. The hottest hitter in the game right now. Still waiting news on Corbin Carroll's MRI. Corbin had an MRI on his left hand this morning. Dr. Sheridan is looking at the results back home in Arizona. Still no official word, but Gino is clearly in pain.
And Bert, we're looking at this same situation as Carroll. I mean, top hand.
Oh, look out in that Nats dugout. That went flying over the head of Jacob Young and then ricocheted. Got somebody after bouncing off the back wall. Keibert Ruiz.
Oh, God.
I mentioned how close the dugouts are here at Petco Park. They're also not long, so everybody is really packed in there. I hope Keibert's okay.
Naylor first pitch swing and fouls that one back. It's Naylor taking a stroll here and trying to shake off a rug burn.
Is it his elbow, shoulder?
It's hard to tell with Josh because he seems to do that after almost every swing, but he's clearly in some discomfort. Look out. The bat is in the netting. Hey, a nice catch there.
He's grabbing his shoulder. I think something might be wrong with his shoulder.
Yeah, something happened on that helicopter swing, and now we have to worry about Josh Naylor after Suarez has already had to leave. Josh Naylor has had to leave the game with an apparent injury. And so we've lost the third baseman and the first baseman. Tim Tawa takes over.
Ellie, something's going on over here.
Ellie is doubled over. He just threw up.
He's getting sick.
Athletic trainer Sean McQueenie jogs out. He just vomited in the grass in left field. Terry Francona treks out as well.
And I think this goes all the way back to the triple. That kind of exertion and that kind of adrenaline, that's just pushing yourself over the top. And then you get into the dugout and you're overhydrating.
It was an ice pack on his neck, cold towels.
The problem that you have as an athlete, you're trying to stay hydrated, but if you drink too much water, you get out onto the field and you're running around and you can feel all that water sloshing around in your stomach. It makes you sick, and that's exactly what happened to Ellie there.
We got an update on Jordan Westburg. Rob, what are you hearing?
Jordan Westburg left the game for what they're calling left hand discomfort. He dives in to second base head first, and he reached with his left hand. Not sure if it happened on that, as you see the bag come off the ground just a tad bit when he dove in with that left hand. So not quite sure where it came from, but that's a thought right there. But his left hand discomfort.
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully it's just, yeah, nothing. Who knows? Definitely hope it's nothing with the arm. and I don't know, maybe something lower body, with the way he's landing and falling off like that. It's hard to say, but hopefully nothing too serious.
And so removed from the game here.
And he got hit again. That's twice. Victor Scott's 1-1 on the foot. Let's see where it got him. Was it the foot or was it higher?
Yeah, that might have caught some knee on this one here from Victor Scott II. You heard the impact. Oh, right on that inside portion of the knee.
It comes up empty on the fastball, and that is the first out of the inning.
Berger here holding onto that left side after that last cut.
Yeah, I think you could tell he felt something.
But I think in all seriousness, the focus now turns to Fernando and his health, and what that hand looks like.
Brooks will pinch run for Tatis, who did come out of the game. And he hits him. A cutter. And Johnson in some pain.
Cutter. Ooh. Right on, square on the knee. It's when you want to walk it off, but that knee is probably not cooperating.
Ricky Horta kind of indicated there that he's coming out.
Ouch. That hurt. That got him. You could hear Corbin yell.
And he doesn't wear a pad over his hand either.
That caught him on the hand.
This could add insult to injury here. That's not good.
Max Esposito, the athletic trainer, will take a look.
That didn't sound good.
It sounded terrible. You could hear him yell from way up here. This was Corbin Carroll after the final out of that inning. And you can see he gave the signal, I'm coming out.
And that one comes in and hits Ozzie. Oh, Ozzie instantly down and in some pain.
Sounded like either right on the kneecap or right on the shin.
Oh, yep. Right on the top of the kneecap. Gosh. Now, they did call him out at the plate because he swung at that pitch, so we don't know if he's leaving the game, but at least he's walking, albeit gingerly, and George Poulos is going to take a look at him.
Oh, that hit hard, and it'll hit off Anderson up the middle. So it'll be a base hit for Wells, and we'll see if Anderson's all right.
Especially because he almost like he tried to knock that out or get out of the way. I think that got him pretty good.
Seemed to hit him on that right leg as Anderson was squared up with home plate, and that line drive came in pretty low.
Oh man, look at that. Is that blood?
Yeah, that's got to be 103.5 off the bat.
That's a tough dude to stay in there.
Judge knocks the mask right off Torrens, and he took a hard shot.
Staggered him.
An instant concern from Judge and Las Diaz. And Carlos Mendoza will come out. We've already seen Austin Wells, the Yankee catcher, take one off the helmet. Wound up staying in the game. And now Joe Golia, the head athletic trainer, out to see if Torrens is open.
And that's how it happened right there. Here it is blown up just a bit, and you'll see he doesn't see the ball being thrown. Oh. And he got hit kind of on the side. And that's the damage.
And here's Cedon with a man in scoring position. And a line drive to right. That's going to keep on bouncing and rolling deep into the corner. Toro will score. Cedon hits second. On his way to third, he falls. He fell down. And he's going to be tagged out. He had an easy triple. Now we'll see if he's okay.
Hopefully he's all right. He was challenging this. He was thinking three the whole time, but as he rounded second, just got his feet caught.
160 innings this season. To the shortstop of the backhand, Ortiz. Wide throw. Hoskins off the bag and applies the tag, and may have banged up his wrist on the tag. Immediately took off that glove.
It applies the tag. Didn't look like his wrist was twisted in any way. Not sure if I see anything there, but taking a look at that thumb.
See Jake Bauers in at first base, so we'll get an update on Rhys Hoskins as soon as we can.
Jacob Stallings is in the game as the catcher. Gary Sanchez is out. Guys, after the last inning, you were talking about Dean Kramer kind of grabbing that arm a little bit. Both of the battery mates went down into the tunnel immediately after that inning. Training staff following coming back out, a slew of conversation with Tony Mansolino. Dean coming right back out right before this half inning started, but giving Stallings time, about 1 out in the top of the frame, to let him know he needed to suit up and get ready.
And that goes off the mask of Wells, and the ball went way up in the air, and Laz Diaz is calling out the Yankee athletic trainer. Hit him so hard.
Flesh, you've been through this, and I've heard you say that it really doesn't hurt.
It looks a lot worse than it is, but in a situation like this, you can see Laz, the home plate umpire, realizing that Wells is shaken up, and obviously with all of the concussion problems with catchers.
Swing and a miss for strike one. Chased a changeup. No fastball. First pitch. He hurt himself. He's grabbing the back of his hamstring. Back of his right leg on that last swing. And Mark Rogo, the trainer coming out, Mike Schilt coming out. Yep. Grabbed it right away.
Immediately.
Yeah, looks like he is coming out. So Bogaerts, after the swing, having to leave.
Getting tougher with every pitch. Pitch 97. First to Cabral. Runner goes. The tag. Struck down in time. And now Muncy grabbing his knee. Oh no. The swing of emotions in this Dodger Stadium crowd.
You just hope that it's the nerves that are hurting him so bad and that there's no damage.
Stadium chanting Muncy.
It looked like Springer's head may have crashed hard into the leg of Jazz Chisholm as he applied the tag. George trying to go first to third on a ball close to the left fielder, but it looked like his face just jammed right into the knee. Maybe the throat area.
Might have been the throat, the way he kind of reached for his throat, and the way his face looked, the way he was struggling a little bit getting off the field.
Doesn't bite. Rojas for second. He is tagged out. Oh, and now he's hurt.
Got to be a dislocated finger.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's got to be dislocated finger. Yeah, hopefully he's all right.
Ross trying to be aggressive there. It was a pitch. He just didn't read it well. It didn't.
Well, let's be serious. It's a combination of not reading it well, but at this age, and you just the mind says I can still do it.
As Teoscar Hernandez digs in, we will go down to David Vassay. Hey, how's Miguel Rojas looking?
Have a look at Josh Naylor's last at bat. Now, this is to lead off the 6th inning, and clearly something's wrong. He's had to come out of the game, and Tim Tao has taken over at first. It's that right shoulder that has been bothering Josh. Looks like he aggravated something.
Looks like Jose Fermin.
I beg your pardon.
Checking in here for Arenado. We talked about that earlier as he was coming around the bases, right? If he was feeling something. Had 2 missteps in the game today, base running. Maybe dealing with something on the lower half. Well, Hammy, let's take a look at the couple of plays here that maybe led to Arenado leaving this game. Coming around third, a little gingerly. You can tell as he's slowing up over at third base. Did so at first base. Guy's a gamer. He's going to play through a lot.
I think you should grab a really ugly jacket and pop over. That's going to get him. It hit batsman. Jimenez on that cutter could not get free. And he gets drilled.
Oh man, right on that. That's a really bad spot to get hit. Right on the outside of that, where the wrist meets the hand.
Well, Kelly is also feeling something. Alex Cora's coming out with a trainer. So nobody feeling good after this pitch.
Kelly, I think this is, like oblique or low back. You can see him pointing at his side right there.
You hear Jimenez screaming out.
Kelly kind of.
There was a hot shot to third. Caminero unable to handle it. And Jordan Westburg will make a turn, digging for 2. The throw offline.
I hope he didn't just hurt his hand again. Jordan Westburg came out last week sliding into second base hard. And he was out of the lineup for a couple days. This guy's a gamer. This guy's fun to watch, but he's been hurt a lot this season. And the way that ball kicked off, he decided to kick it into gear. Now, we'll pay attention to his hand. Yeah, you can see, like, he's looking immediately down. Trainer's already out.
Ramon Arias remains in the game.
play third base for Jordan Westberg, who is left with, we appear to believe, is re-aggravation of that hand injury.
Clipped him on the backswing. Garver got his bell rung.
Runner Castro faked going, so all of a sudden you have a situation where he's coming out of his stance and then the foul tip gets him right in the chin. You'll feel that in your jaw for a couple days.
So Garver having to exit after that nasty foul tip. This will impact the lineup. So Cal is moving from DH to catcher.
Allen grounds one to short. And Lindor makes the running toss for the second out. White holds the second. And what happened to Canning? Some kind of leg issue for Griffin Canning. Athletic trainer out there, and clearly Canning is in a lot of discomfort.
I mean, you don't see baseball players go down like that very often.
You don't want to speculate, but clearly Canning is in severe discomfort and having real trouble moving that left leg.
This one hits Freeman. I'm having a hard time telling how bad this is. There's like no reaction, but now he's walking over right on the wrist for a guy who knows what bad wrist injuries feel like. Really part of his career dealt with it. A wince, not a word, and a walk straight to the clubhouse from Freddie Freeman.
Sympathy and empathy pains.
Now Shonowell gets hit by a pitch, so a painful at bat for Shonowell.
And that's not a good spot he got hit with there too. He's going to try to walk that off, but that's painful.
Now he fouled one off of the front of his leg early in the at bat, and now he gets hit on the wrist.
Right on that left wrist area.
You don't see the top hand wrist get hit too often.
It's only the second batter Suarez has hit this season. So some odd things going against Suarez early on, nearly a home run.
And now Guerrero gets hit, and he is upset. It is the second time that Guerrero has been hit in as many games. Well, some news. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is out of this game. Remember the hit by pitch, and we'll get you another look at it as soon as we can. But hopefully it is nothing too serious, and it looked like the right forearm, the back arm for Guerrero, visibly upset. Stayed in the game initially, but is now out of the game.
Jose Ramirez takes.
All right, well, I'm right there. I'm thinking that's because Guerrero's been hit twice in 2 days.
Right.
So
well, they're big guys out.
It's over.
It's over, right.
But to be fair, both times Guerrero got hit were not situations in which you would throw at a hit.
But whether they did it on purpose or not to Vladimir Guerrero, they didn't. Arch, you've told me time after time, you hit somebody, sooner or later they're going to come back the other way.
Yeah, and you know what? There you go. And he happened to be leading off the inning, and this is the guy you get. You get the.
The bunt down, Jeffers to first. As you watch day in and day out, and you talk about Warren Schaefer and the things that he holds, of great importance to him, and that is, playing. That almost got his hand.
I think it did. I think it got his finger. Watch the finger. Yeah, it got his finger.
Still, you're in the dugout. You'll keep us updated, but run total is 1 in the bottom of the second.
Ball hit hard to left. Arozarena back, and he'll watch it bounce off the base of the wall. And Isaac Paredes is grabbing his right hamstring, and that is not a good sign. Isaac dealt with a hamstring issue earlier this season, missed a series against Minnesota. And the Astros, who already have 15 players on the injured list, just watch their leader in home runs and runs scored hobble down the first baseline after that base hit over Arozarena's head.
Pitched the dirt on that foul ball.
That's the second one in a row that got him. That one got him a little worse. He went down and he is limping noticeably. You got to get some assistance here. Watch this ball is running in and he hammers it right in off the instep.
The injury bug continues to hit the Rays middle infielders. Ha-Seong Kim, you saw him foul that ball off his left foot in that at-bat in the previous half for the Rays here. He officially left today's game with pain in his left foot after fouling it off.
I don't know that anyone is going to argue with these choices.
Darvish hits Alec Bohm to start this inning, and there's a man aboard for Philadelphia to start this second inning. Well, as we get set to start the bottom of the fourth inning, we see Edmundo Sosa has checked in at third base for Alec Bohm, so slot him into the cleanup spot in the Philadelphia order. We wonder if this had anything to do with Bohm being hit by that pitch back in the second inning. We are being told in the press box that is a left rib cage contusion, which makes sense with the hit by pitch, and some time that passes by, maybe a little bit of swelling.
Same year, and it's Willie Mays. He did it in 1961. Naylor hits one off of Kikuchi, and I think that got him on the throwing arm.
Yes, it did.
Kikuchi's saying he's okay. It might have hit him on the top part of the arm.
It's right on the top of the shoulder. That is a strong man hitting that baseball, too.
Kikuchi's going to take him on here.
Suarez, look at it. Oh, boy. No.
You're going to first.
Man. Eugenio Suarez, one of the top home run hitters in the league, and one of the key trade deadline pieces, potentially.
Now this ball just gets away and rides in and catches nothing but that pinky. And that, there's no way to cushion that. Hitter's nightmare when you just can't get out of the way and you're tied up.
Oh, man. That got Chris Siegel. And Salvy's asking for a trainer. Here comes Chris DeLucia. And Chris is saying he's all right. It's always worth a check.
Ooh, no, square, right in the kisser. Ooh, yeah. You know, even in my playing days, I respected them so well, and never got kicked out in 10 years. I never got ran, never got kicked out. I was very lucky, but these guys, you show them respect.
Chopper back in the bag, glove by Toro, off balance. Dobbins gets there. Oh, and he is limping. Made a nice play to get there, but looks like he came down funny. We're just back onto the hill for the first time since the third week of June.
It was the right foot, so it's either that step before the bag or when he hopped and landed when he came off the bag. So he touches the base with his left. Right there, or is it there?
Or is it there, yeah. Well, he's headed to the mound.
In the count and going and hunting heaters against him. Hopefully Buck's okay.
Yeah, it was loud. It was loud. He has that pad on his hand because they do love to crowd him in, especially with sinkers. They initial called foul ball, but
that got the pad. It did not hit his bat.
Yeah, that's 100%. He'll be standing on first base, but the most important thing is hopefully he's okay.
The call on the field is overturned. The batter was hit by the pitch. Minnesota will retain their challenge.
And right in the hand is Jacob Wilson, and he is now down on his knee. Out comes Jeff Collins, athletic trainer Mark Kotze to follow, and that is not the sound you want to hear.
Oh, that is direct.
And he's going to come out of the game. It's a smart play for so many reasons, but at this point, they're going to get him back there, I'm sure, check out the hand further.
Lays off another one, and now it's full.
Pulled it down a little bit far. He might be kicking himself right there. You see him shaking his head right there. And
he might have something going on.
No.
Yep. Here comes John Schneider, and here comes head athletic trainer Jose Menestral. And a guy who missed the first 3 months of the season and coming back from a shoulder issue. This is just his second appearance back with the Blue Jays this year, and clearly there is something going on. This is a shame for Ryan Burr.
There goes Jones, swing and a miss, throw it on to second, and a nice job to knock it down, and Jones might be hurt.
Uh-oh, may have turned his ankle. He didn't slide.
Well,
ran on top of the bag. Yeah. Looked like he turned it a little bit when he was trying to stop as he hit the bag.
I don't know if something gave way there or what happened. And he's coming out of the ball game.
John Kenzie Noel will come on to run for Nolan Jones.
Ground ball off of Mizorowski. Suzuki is going to be safe at first base. Be a base hit, and the training staff will check on Mizorowski after that ball deflected off of his lower body.
3-2. Another broken bat, and now Thornton late. He trips and he is down. Thornton is holding his ankle, and he.
Oh. Yeah, he's just kind of lost his footing underneath him. Weird weight distribution.
Well, hopefully this is nothing serious. He is needing help off the field. They have called for the carts.
High chop that's going to be charged, picked up by Caminero on the throw. They try to get the tag. Aranda reaching in, and Aranda is hurt. Aranda trying to reach in to get the tag, and he came away holding that left wrist.
That is what you're always afraid of on those types of plays, where that first baseman right into Stanton, himself a big man.
Walking off, you could see some significant discomfort.
Well, back here in Minneapolis, Brandon Lau leaving today's game. You see this swing on the strikeout in the first inning from Joe Ryan there. A little wince from Brandon Lau as he leaves this game with left side soreness. Jose Caballero now stepping into the batter's box, pinch hitting for Brandon in the spot where he would be hitting. Of course, Cabby originally scratched from this game with right arm soreness. So now we have Cabby in, B. Lau out. Of course, we'll check in with him post-game, guys, but certainly you got to hope that he's okay on his 31st birthday and could potentially be named an all-star today as well. We'll check in with Brandon post-game. Well, Yandy Diaz, you saw earlier in the first inning, got hit with that pitch from Marcus Stroman. He has exited today's game with a right forearm contusion. Again, right forearm contusion. It is day-to-day for Yandy Diaz as the rain starts to come down here at Yankee Stadium. They're going to try to get this happening in, get 3 more outs to make this an official ball game. I know there was a lot of speculation on the Twitter sphere of whether or not it could be trade-related for Yandy Diaz. I'm happy to report, Dwayne NBA, it is not. It is injury-related. Right forearm contusion for Yandy Diaz. We'll check on him post-game.
You know, we've got an issue out there in left field. Kevin Cash out with Chandler Simpson.
That little comebacker to Stroman to finish off that top of the third. You think it had to be probably something involved with that, swinging the bat, looked at his hand, his wrist.
Well, he's going to leave the game. Little hand issue at bat in the top of the inning and ended the inning.
Yeah, that's something not sitting well at all.
Big Mangum is going to replace him in left field.
Quantrill bidding for his 4th win of the season tonight. He's got some early support. Well, he knocks that down and then rolls to the backhand of Lopez. For the first, not in time. That'll go down as a base hit for Brendan Donovan. And the second hit of the ball game for the Cardinals. Quantrill just saw his life flash in front of his eyes. I think he's okay. It was all glove, was it not?
I thought so too. I thought he deflected it with his glove.
Yeah, outside of his left wrist, maybe. Hard to tell, but he's okay.
That one chopped off his foot. That one got him flush.
See where this one hits. I think it hits that instep right there. Almost near that heel.
Came pouring in on his front foot. He is still grimacing. That's exactly what he did. And back in 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Burleson chased. And he's down swinging. We'll see if he can continue.
1-1, and Muncy got hit. And he's in some pain.
Yeah, I don't think this feels too good at all. Lower. Oh, no, it's that top hand. It's the wrist. So right on the backside, that pinky area, but just the back of the hand up towards the wrist. Oh, man.
Well, this just happened. Max Muncy is out of the game. Urshela will come in at third after Muncy was hit by a fastball.
The arm is late. Everything is high. And then when he makes the adjustment, he's been pulling it in the ground. Timing is off between the upper and lower body and the arm swing.
Walks him on 4 pitches, and the Twins have taken the lead back. Ben just did not have it tonight. Perhaps there's a reason for that. Possum's coming out too. Oh no.
I think he's waving him out. Something going on with that right leg.
So Kasparius leaves with an injury.
There is a foul ball. Alejandro Kirk remembering
catcher isn't the safest position.
No, it is not. Those guys day in and day out get behind that plate, they get beat up.
Unfortunately, though, Alejandro Kirk is not going to be staying in this game. Again, took that foul ball off the mask, and nobody came out in real time to look at him. But obviously, once he got back in the dugout, maybe some symptoms or some conversations with the training staff, and now Heineman is going to be pinch hitting.
Good sign.
Squares to bunt with 1 strike and drops it down foul.
They're really trying to get that 1 run.
He's shaking his right hand out there after that bunt attempt. Did that get him on the knuckles?
See where his finger is, and you just got to be able to tuck it under even more.
He's going to come out of this game. That is a tough kid that is going to have to leave here in the 3rd inning.
And Buxton to left center in the ballpark. And it'll be called. He'll be colliding with James Wood. And the catch is made, and out number 2. Just got word that Byron Buxton left the game with soreness in his left side. So he is day-to-day. Soreness in his left side is why Buxton left this game.
And that's foul the other way. Out of play.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. After that pitch, you could see Baker kind of stretching his calf and kind of wiggling his leg, and looked like he was okay, but that got enough for the attention of the Rays dugout. They wanted to come out there and take a look at him. So here's the pitch, and now watch Baker. Right, yeah, right, that's it. That's all it takes.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be it for Baker.
Got him in the hand. Moncada in pain as that fastball ran all the way up and in.
He's saying he swung. He's checking to make sure he swung or not.
No swing.
You see he was motioning down there to the third base umpire.
I think he needs to stay out of this. Hit batsman loads the bases. And flush on the top of the knuckles there, so
Oh, he drilled him. Oh, got him on the elbow.
Yeah, it did. Right below the padding. He's coming for the hip. The not so funny bone. And he's got a pad there. And Jonathan Rodriguez has taken over for Nolan Jones in right field.
Soto fouls off his foot. So Brandon Nimmo talking to hitting coach Eric Chavez, and I'm sure they're trying to figure out how to get to Bergert as Soto tries to walk that off.
Back leg.
Kind of more off the shin than the foot. And Joe Goldie, the head of leg train, is going to come out. Soto having trouble putting any weight on that leg. But Nimmo and Lindor and Soto and Alonso, they are in there every single day.
They are. And it's admirable. It's the way it used to be when I was playing. You have your starting 8 or 9, and they'd go just about it.
That blocked him good. Headed straight for him. No chance for Majdrop to get out of the way, and he is in a good deal of pain. It looked like it got him in the top hand.
He doesn't wear any padding on that hand. Most guys don't pad the backhand. They'll pad the front hand if they pad it at all. And hopefully everything is okay. He's feeling around it.
New second baseman for the White Sox, Lenine Sosa, in place of Chase Majdrop.
Ooh. And a fastball runs up and in and hits Springer. You see Springer just raised his head and said, wow. That's assistant athletic trainer Boone Chong, who was tending to him. He had nowhere to go.
No, you're stuck. You're dead. And it's a really good thing that he turned his head. Him turning his head might have saved him from catching one right in the beak.
Line to left center field, and that will drop in front of Cedar Rafaela. Just the third 0-2 hit that Giolito has allowed all year. See if Correa's okay after that swing. There's something in his eye. Maybe part of the bat. It's kind of some little shaving from the bat that perhaps popped up into his eye. Correa's leaning over. He wants to hold up play here for a second, and
Oh.
And he slips again.
When something like this starts to develop, the first thing that starts to creep into your mind is the apprehensiveness about being able to be stable in your delivery. And if you feel like you can't be stable on the backside and gather yourself, mechanically you start to get out of whack.
Inexplicably, the pitch is low, ball 2. And is something wrong with King here? John is pointing to his side. He is not going to be able to continue. John King hurts himself throwing a pitch in the 9th. And let's be honest, John's another guy that I'm sure teams had interest in. That changes the math for St. Louis.
Let's see what we see here on this delivery for King. He grabs right to that side and calls Trainer out right away.
Fouls that one off his foot. Ouch.
Yeah. Maybe right on the ankle. Take some time to let that pain subside, and I think Craig and Neil are saying, look, it's 9-3 game in the 8th inning. Let's just.
Pete Alonso looked like he was limping a little bit coming off the field just now. You see Alonso fingering his left knee. So here's the play in the 4th inning where Iglesias, everybody's expecting to throw to first. He threw to second with Alonso running on the pitch.
He just went awkwardly into the bag, and I could see in the slow-mo the
3-1. Right field. Acuna over. And he's not going to get there. It looked like he was running a little funny, Frenchie.
Yeah, I don't know if something's wrong with him out there or whatever. I think that's what's snap.
Hopefully that's nothing, that's for sure. Pasquantino to right center. Ronald sprinting over, and he can't get to it.
Yeah, they might want to go take a look at Ronald out there. Granted, he's just not running right.
With 2 outs. There goes Sheets, the pitch inside, and I think it was a foul ball. It hit Alvarez, and I think the home plate umpire called that a foul ball. Attention turns to Alvarez, who got clipped by that foul ball on the side of the head.
We've seen so many different occasions this year, usually Terren's back there getting beat up by foul balls, but these unusual foul balls, and it's a good thing he had that hockey mask on.
Good.